Welcome to Willow and Moon, where art, ritual and nature meet in gentle, soulful magic. Welcome! Come and sit with me for a while. This is my gentle start to the day, a candle lit with intention, tea in a favourite mug, toast with cashew butter and banana, a little bit of cinnamon on top, the soft flicker of flame meeting the stillness of the morning. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Ritual can be as simple as showing up with presence. This moment is a ritual. This is where the magic begins. I don't always do this, but sometimes, depending on the cycle of the moon, this was a new moon ritual. I begin to set up my altar. I start by making some cacao, which is beautiful. It's like heart medicine, warming, grounding presence in a world that definitely moves too fast. And I find that it really grounds me and it allows me to open my heart when I'm doing any kind of ritual, any kind of meditation or ceremony. So setting up my altar, I've got a lovely blue cloth that I love to put down, and just bringing to the altar whatever feels good for that day. So I choose to honour the changing of the seasons, the shifting tides within me, but this is time where I can just sit and remember who I am. It doesn't matter what you use, it doesn't matter what you put on your altar, just make sure that they mean something to you. And today I'm using my goddess prints, symbols of the four elements, earth, air, fire and water. They are one of the first pieces of artwork I created when I was feeling that shift, something a little bit more realism mixed with abstract, and I just went with whatever came to mind, starting to trust my intuition and just feeling into what that felt like. And I just love using these as part of my rituals, kind of putting them in the elements. Sometimes I place them the compass points, but sometimes I just place them in front of me. So sitting down to meditate, sometimes I pull a card, sometimes I just breathe. There's no rule book here, just taking a little bit of time, seeing what I'm feeling, sipping my cacao. I was writing down the intentions for the new moon, just feeling what came to me and trusting that, writing down a few lines and making sure that I didn't second guess it, that I didn't overthink it. It just felt really good sipping on my cacao. And then under the blessing of the new moon, I gather what I've written together. These are prayers or promises or whispered hopes, whatever words feel good for you. And I walk outside and gently bury them into the earth, returning them to nature, to spirit, to something greater. And this is how I generally cast my spells, with presence, with intention, with reverence. And then this is how I use my ritual and my art for my painting. This is where my magic and all of the things that I do day to day, whether it's honouring the moon, whether it's my oracle deck, whether it's sitting down and doing a little bit of tapping, EFT, to release any emotions, to write down in my journal, to write in my moon journal, to do my shadow work. There are so many things that I do that feel good, that ground me. And I think that really is coming across in everything that I do now, on the canvas, at the easel, at the drawing board. I don't tend to sketch much anymore. There are no strict plans, only feeling. So I begin with marks, textures, layers. I just let my mind and my intuition guide me. I follow curiosity. I let the brush dance across the canvas, starting to think about how I can incorporate nature into my painting and how I can think about using some of the textures, again creating that lovely intention on the canvas, Sometimes I write an affirmation underneath. I always smoke cleanse before I start painting, which is important, clearing the energy of the room and of myself. That's really important. But I really want to use everyday objects from nature in my home. I've got a stencil, I'd like to buy more. But this is intuitive art. This is embodying everything that I'm doing on and off the canvas. It's spell-infused. It's a type of alchemy. And each piece is born from emotion, from the stories that we carry, whether it came from a dream, from the parts of ourselves that have been lost or that are healing, or we are still meeting, that are still coming in every day. I build layers. I listen to the whispers of the paint, to the rhythm of my breath, to the part of me that doesn't always speak in words. And there's so much freedom here. It's not a performance. I'm not painting to perform. I paint to feel. I paint to remember, to be alive, to be soft, to be fierce if I need to be. Every artwork becomes a portal or a talisman, a mirror, or a prayer or a spell, whichever word feels right for you. And this is why I created Willow and Moon, a gathering place for women, for witches, for wild hearts and creatives who want to live more intuitively, to make art, to honour the moon, to move with the seasons, to remember who they are beneath the noise. And if you feel called, come and sit with us. We hold a seat for you by the fire. Come and join Willow and Moon Facebook group or follow for more. There is so much magic waiting when we remember our own.